rebuild it, a remodeling job that I'm doing. This is a hallway bathroom, and actually quite a bit of work has already been done. After I finish with the plumbing underneath the sink here, I'll be putting the door back on, so we'll actually have a door. My wife has painted, finished, and patched and everything, all the walls, so that part of it's ready. The installation included replumbing the water lines and the drain lines underneath the sink. This is a new sink cabinet and a new countertop sink that is going in here with a nice new faucet, Price Pfister faucet. Got everything all hooked up now except the drain. I'm going to do that next. The other thing that just finished was this toilet, and this is one of these new minimal flush toilets with a longer profile. And originally the toilet was oriented in the left-right direction across the door. However, we realized that if we put one of these newer toilets in, that it would be a little bit longer, which was just enough that the door would no longer be able to open or close. So to solve that problem, I reoriented the toilet 90 degrees in this direction, and which precipitated us having to make sure that the cabinet was over to the left side of the room, which I have accomplished, even though the water lines and everything were sort of in the middle. But that still worked out. The top drawer of this cabinet is shorter than the bottom drawer, so there's room for the hoses and the drain pipe. And so that allowed us to put the toilet in this direction, and with the space that we created by moving the cabinet over, you can now stand up freely to be able to access the toilet, so there's lots of room. You can actually see, if you happen to look over this direction, there's a little bit more room now behind the toilet because the original orientation was this way instead of that way, so that left us with a little bit of extra room in the back, but that's not a problem. We can use that space for, you know, toiletries and the plumbing equipment that we usually keep on hand for cleaning the toilet. And we're going to put in this really nice magazine rack, which has a toilet paper holder on the bottom of it. That'll be mounted on the back of the wall, and so we'll be able to read. And you know, it actually holds 2 rolls of toilet paper, which is kind of nice. You can see the drawer I have out laying here, and that's so that I can finish the job underneath here of putting the waste pipe in, which I've got several different pieces here that I'm going to go in and get it all set up and adjusted. I'll mark the right orientation to make sure that it all fits in there just right. Mark it so that I know how it's going to be oriented, which direction, etc., with a pencil. And then once I've got all the measurements done, I'll take it back out and use there's actually 2 different kinds of chemicals that are used to glue those together. One is a primer, which you use to clean the plastic with. Both sides of the pipe get cleaned. So in the case of, for instance here, where these 2 will go together, you actually prime this side and prime the inside together. That way it's all ready for the glue. And then there's the other can, is the actual glue itself, the cement. In this case we have PVC, so it's PVC cement. And yeah, I will have pencil mark the orientations, and so I can glue some of these together outside of the cabinet, and that way all the work won't be underneath there where it's kind of difficult to get to. So the more I can do outside of the cabinet, the easier the job is going to be. But I will have marked the orientation underneath by fit checking everything first before I glue anything. So that pretty much covers it. We've got a new light fixture that we mounted in here as well. Originally the light fixture was in the middle of the wall, but because our sink now is so to the left, I've moved the electrical box over about 8 to 10 inches in order to line up with the center of the sink. And then we've got a mirror, a nice oval mirror we're going to install right here over the sink, which will fit really nicely. We plan on putting a nice picture on the wall here, and then also building in a medicine chest into this wall, which is the side the door closes. When you open the door, it will hide that, so you'll be able to get into it when you close the door. So I think that pretty much covers everything. And So I'll give you an update if there's any additional things to talk about after I'm finished with the next couple of things that I have to do in here. Thank you very much.